This special video is at the request of WC Dragon 1, and it's basically a continuation to the Trollop and his government sponsored pimp. Now, WC Dragon 1 wanted me to speak about a problem that many men face, but yet society does not adequately comment on. It's basically the insatiable appetite of the female rapist. This is a major problem in our society. So WC Dragon 1 wanted me to make a video about this. So at the request, I shall. Now, I can't tell you the amount of times I've had to basically thwart off women from them attempting to rape me. Now, this is a serious matter because, as you will know from some of my previous recordings, I do not support any form of molestation, either physically, spiritually, or mentally. So the amount of women I've had to stave off due to their insatiable appetite is too much to put here. 31 years of staving off these titty-carrying savages is too numerous to put here in this video. But what I'll do is I will attempt to give some insight to my personal experience and also put in some of the experiences that some of my friends have had. So the earliest memory I have of coming under attack by these titty-carrying savages was at the age of 4. At the age of 4, the majority of my friends were older boys. I used to hang around with big boys. I had my big boy pants on at the age of 4 and 5. And my two closest friends were brothers. They lived next door to me. One of them was 8 and the other was 14. So these guys, they wanted to get a thing going with their next door neighbor's housemate. She had breasts at the time. I believe she was 15 or 16. She was a housemaid and they wanted to, touch her up or get feel-ups. So what happened was they tried to negotiate a situation where they will rub up on her and have their wicked way with her. But this woman or this girl, unbeknownst to me or them, said the only way she will participate in any of this tomfoolery was if I was a party to the frolicking. So unbeknownst to me, I was there at the next door neighbor's house where she was, babysitting the daughter, and my two friends were there. Naive 4-year-old as I was, just watching television, minding my own business, watching cartoons. I can't remember what cartoon it was, but I was just enjoying my life. The next thing I know, I noticed that there was some sort of deliberations there. They were talking to her, trying to cajole her into doing this, doing that. But she didn't want to buy what they were giving her. So what she did was she told them, listen, you get this guy involved and then we can go. So what happened was they came to me and they said, listen, take one for the team. I was 4 years old. They said, take one for the team. Even as far back as then, I knew about self-sacrifice for the team. And I can tell you, after my ordeal, I vowed to never again take one for the team. This is why I'm so defiant. This is why I'm so steadfast in my approach to life. I cannot be moved. So anyway, she sat there on the sofa with her legs open. She wasn't naked, with her legs open. And like a chump, like a lemming, I stood in front of my two comrades and I went into battle. She pulled me on top of her, rubbing up on me, trying to caress me, and I was trying to push her away because this woman was unsightly. To me, she was unsightly. She wasn't what I considered as pretty or beautiful. So as soon as I pushed her off me, as soon as she got her filthy little grubby hands on me, a 2-minute ordeal, I pushed her off, and then my friend's turn. And I noticed how my friends were rubbing up on her, and she had her eyes fixated on me. From that day forward, I knew that these women, with their lecherous, mouth-watering selves, would always have their eye on me. So that's how the journey began. And then I can tell you many times when I had girlfriends, when they will pay for my company, or they will treat me to a hotel for all-night sessions. Unbeknownst to many men, and unbeknownst to many women, there are men out there that like to please women sexually. That's your duty as a man. You've got to be a strong man. You've got to show that woman that you're not fucking about. You are serious. You have the eye of the tiger, and your middle name is James Bond. And you totally have a license to slay that vagina. In a nice way, of course. So I can't tell you the amount of times that I've had women, or they've had me in a hotel. And just by me having a shut eye, after working diligently, steadily, pleasuring these women, and I try to get a little 10-minute sleep, a little nap, a little pick-me-up, in the trenches, knee-deep in vagina, showing this woman, yes. These women, many times, they all did the same thing, pacing up and down in the room, disturbing my sleep, just because they want to get their money's worth. Their money was going into the hotel. They themselves as women, they'll never tell their girlfriends that they paid for my company. Even though these girls were my girlfriends, they had to get their money's worth. This is yet again something that people do not talk about. The insatiable appetite of these female rapists. I can't tell you the amount of times I have rejected women. I've had women in front of me, naked, begging me, pleading, trying to force me, trying to cajole me, trying to blackmail me into having sexual contact with them. And a man that has gone beyond his duty, just not thinking with his dick. I have said no to many a woman, and they are shocked. They cannot believe there is a man out there who does not fall to the supposed pussy power. Now, enough about me. One of my friends, he experienced, in the past 2 years, a rapage. And instead of him to realize that he's been raped by a woman, by a friend, by a female friend, he thought everything was platonic. No. These women are lecherous, and they want to get it in way more than men. These women are not made out of sugars and spice and all that is nice. These women are scorpions, mate. Black widows. And they will force their way on you to get what they want. They'll lie, steal, and cheat to quench that thirst of theirs. That aching, that itching, that scratch. And these women that get away with daylight raping, midnight raping, and all sorts of raping. And the problem is, these men are enjoying the raping. W.C. Dragon 1 told me that a woman, she did not want to let him out of the car and said, listen, you're not getting out of my car until you finger me, or until you give me some goodies. And like a slave, he did the deed and then got out of the car. And when he told me to do this video, he said to me that that doesn't count as a rapage because it was in 2008. And I responded to him by saying, you are a savage. These titty-waving group of savages have commandeered you, and you've been molested by them. You've become a voiceless victim, and all that you can say is, it happened in 2008, so it doesn't count. Do you see how much you love your persecutor? Could you see how much you are enabling bad behavior from these lecherous savages with their massive tits? This is unbelievable. But yet again, this is how it is. If you knew better, you would do better, but you savages love it. You like being molested by women because you think it's an honor. Unbelievable.